All right, everybody, it's time to go. It is 7 o'clock, March 5th, 2025, and we're building a gruel deck today. I don't usually do gruel decks, I don't have an affinity for a color pair, but this one was pretty interesting. We got Skanos Dragonheart and Dragon Cultist, certainly two of the most Baldur's Gate commanders of all time. Skanos Dragonheart, 5 mana, 4/4. Whenever it attacks, gets +X where X is the greatest power among dragons you control or in the graveyard. So a little bit of flexibility there, but a base 4/4 for 5, which is not like the worst thing. And then Dragon Cultist, 5 mana, background enchantment, commander creatures you control, own, even have at the beginning of your end step if a source you control dealt 5 or more damage, you make a 4/4 with flying. So between these two, we're going to do some light dragon stuff. There's not a lot of dragons at common. That's like kind of the big barrier for entry for these sorts of strategies, which is why for Skanos specifically, pairing with Dragon Cultist is a really great way to go, because it's very easy to trigger this card and make 4/4s, and those 4/4s will pump Skanos when he attacks. So we're not like beholden to having, whatever amount of actual factual dragon cards in our deck. We actually have access to other things to like make this guy big. And notably, okay, so Skanos gets written off a lot. This card does not have a lot of respect in the format, mostly just because dragons are not, there's not a lot of them. Like Gruul or the Teamer colors have almost all of them. And if you're not going full on Teamer, you lose some, and you end up having maybe 20 to 25 dragons if you play every single one that's legal, which kind of sucks. I'm not counting changelings, obviously, but Dragon Cultist is just I know I talk a lot about cards that don't get no respect at all, and Dragon Cultist is one of those cards. This is a card that a lot of people use, I found, as a filler background enchantment. They need a red background, so this is the one that they choose. But this card is so easy to trigger. 4/4s in the air are a huge game, and you get them every turn. This card is really, really good. Obviously, it's a little bit hefty on the mana side with 5 mana. These are both 5 mana. So obviously this is a deck that's going to ramp pretty hard. But it only takes +1 power on this to trigger this, and then you have a 4/4, and a 4/4 is just going to keep making this guy an 8/8 whenever he attacks. Obviously, there's other ways to trigger this card that are absurdly easy. Cards like Breath Weapon deal 2 damage each on a dragon creature. If you hit 3 creatures, the source dealt 5 more damage, you make a dragon. Same thing with stuff like End the Festivities. Any of these small 1 mana red spells that deal a damage to each creature your opponent's control and each opponent or whatever. As long as they deal 5 damage total across all of the things that they hit, then you make a dragon. It's pretty free, and this card is super good. If you're able to get it out and turn it on, you're just gonna take over the game pretty quickly. 4/4 dragons are not easy to deal with in this format. So that's what we're gonna try and do. Is we're gonna try to ramp into these two things and then just get the gravy train rolling. I have some ideas, I have some thoughts. We'll get to that stuff as we start building. But obviously, first things first is we're going to go in here and we're going to find cards that care about dragons. There's only a few, I think, but we're just going to get them out of the way now because they're cool, and we play the cool stuff. Breath Weapon and Fiery Cannonade we're definitely going to play, so I'm just going to throw those in here now. These are obviously, for those of you who are, familiar with the format, these are cards that are pretty much the two of the few sweepers that we have. Things that just deal 2 damage, go -2/-2, pretty common, and good in this deck just because the ease at which they trigger Dragon Cultist and then just clean up the board. A lot of just utility stuff just gets swept away really easily. The Orbs of Dragonkind are great because our commander's a dragon, and if we are doing nothing but casting our commander, then at the very least we can give them haste and +1/+1 counter from the Jade Orb and the Carnelian Orb. Once we get more Teamer stuff, maybe we'll play Teamer Dragons deck, I don't know. Who can tell? That is, unless we get something stupid like a Teamer Siege Rhino or whatever. Alright, Draconic Roar. This card is great. This card will trigger Dragon Cultist to deal, if we have our commander on the board or any other dragon, it'll trigger it. 3 damage to a creature, 3 damage to a player, deal 6 damage total from that source. So that card is great. We're going to put a Draconic Roar in here. Whoop, not the Draconic Road. We're going to do a Draconic Roar. And Servant, Dragon Lord Servant. Just cut the mana cost down a little bit. Just a 1/3. Just a 1/3 for 2 that reduces the dragon cost, which is good. I mean, again, like, just having our commander be a dragon just is free real estate with cards like this. And we're going to be playing, like, a couple other, like, actual factual dragons. We're not going to go like, super heavy and play all the bad ones, but we're going to play a significant amount, and this card's going to pull its weight for sure. Dragon's Approach is great. We're not... you can build this as a Dragon's Approach deck, to be perfectly honest. I'm not going to be doing that. But that's not to say that you should. Dragon's Approach is pretty cool. Dragon's Fire is another thing, kind of like Draconic Roar, except this one does 3 damage base for 2 mana. You can reveal a dragon or choose a dragon that you have in play, and it deals damage equal to that card's power instead of 3. So, like for example, if we go to combat with Skanos, we have a token or whatever in play, attack gets +4/+4 because of the dragon token's power, then we can use Dragon's Fire to deal 8 damage to a creature. It seems pretty good. It's like a Doomblade. What is the card called again? Dragon's Fire. Seems good to me. We got the Orb, and then Scale Nurture, add a green. Use mana to cast a dragon, creature spell, I gain 2 life. It's not the worst, but we have better ramp options. I'll probably stick to those. Okay, this is not the worst. Got, what, 7 cards that will actually care about what we're doing? Well, I guess the Breath Weapon, Dragon, Fiery Candidate don't count so much. Okay, anyway. Let's look at actual dragon creatures now. Dragon. Boop. Yeah, 24 Gruul Dragons. Ambitious Dragonborn. Yes, this card is sick. It is just going to be huge every time. Base on this is going to be generally like a 4/4/4/4. It's going to be kind of the floor on it. And it'll only get bigger if we play like post-combat on a pumped Skanos. So we're going to put Ambitious Dragonborn, and then in turn, like, you know, they piggyback off each other. So if we have Skanos, it triggers off a dragon token, gets +4/+4. We cast Dragonborn, goes in as an 8/8 because our biggest creature is an 8/8, and then from there, Skanos attacks, it triggers off this dragon, gets +8/+8. So they kind of ping pong off of each other a little bit. That's why this card, and this card just, I mean, look, if you want a above rate green beater, this card is great in any green deck you build. I guarantee it. These ones are kind of expensive. They don't do much. I don't really care about initiative right now. Dragon Hatchling is interesting because it's pumpable, which is good for a couple of reasons. It has evasion too, so we can use it to augment power here. We can use it to trigger Cultist here if we have enough red mana. I think this card is like not bad. I think it's a role player for sure. Lenormand and Fang Dragon are definitely going in. Are there any other? We'll play all the adventure dragons probably, but Lenormand and Fang Dragon are the 2 big ones. Dragon Lenormand obviously is just like great on its own. 7/6 with evasion, can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or less. It's basically unblockable half the time, and then it has a protection spell on the other half, which is awesome. And then Fang Dragon kind of has that same thing that we were talking about before. It deals a damage to each creature I don't control. So as long as it hits 5 things across 3 opponents, we're going to make a token off Dragon Cultist. And then on the other end, it's just a 6/3 flyer, which is nothing to sneeze at. So we're going to put a Fang Dragon in here too. What are some big ones? Furnace Whelp. Yeah, we'll play Furnace Whelp. Like the pumpable stuff. Pumpable, like mana sinks are great because we're going to be ramping a ton in this deck, and having stuff to do with that mana is going to be important. Obviously, like, recasting our commander constantly is not going to be our option of choice. Cell Sword. It's a 4/4, 3/4. We could play this. It's not bad, I guess is my point. Patron of the Arts we're definitely going to play, though. This card will ramp us. It's a 3/1 for 3. It gives us a treasure when it enters, treasure when it leaves. Or dies, rather. But, you know, 3 power is good. It gets us to Dragon Cultist Threshold Skanos. gives us a treasure, so recoups a little bit of mana, and then we can use it to block or attack, whatever, and get another treasure on the back end. Card's good. Plundering Predator, 3/3 for 5, Rummage on ETB. We'll probably play both of these, Rapacious and Plundering. Like 5 mana 3/3 flying is not a bad stat line in this format. So like that's fine as a base. Relevant creature type obviously kind of pushes it a little bit above the edge, and then we've got like a relevant ETB. This one gives us 2 treasures. Notably, that's better than rummaging. But importantly, Skanos cares about dragons in your graveyard as well as dragons in play. So you can discard a dragon if you are stuck on mana or aren't able to ramp into something like a. You enjoy snowballing your driveway, Bill. But we can always rummage away our dragons like Dreadlenorm if we are stuck and can't cast this. We always rummage it away and get that +7/+7 trigger on Skanos out of the graveyard. So we're gonna play Plundering Predator. Our curve's like super high on creature, like as far as our creature count's gonna go. So we're definitely gonna want to jam a bunch of cultivates and stuff in here. Let's have some like light treasure stuff. Dragon Barbarian, Reckless Barbarian is not the worst. So what's interesting about this card is kind of the similar what I was talking about with Plundering Predator. It's 2 mana 2/2. It puts itself in the graveyard, which is fine. So we can get access to Skanos that way to get it up to Cultist threshold. Because again, like all we need to do is give it +1 power. So any way we have access to a dragon with 1 power or more in the graveyard or on the battlefield will trigger this. This one's fine because even if it's our only other dragon, we don't have to sacrifice that functionality in order to ramp something else out with its activated ability. So I kind of do like this card for that reason. I don't like the other one. And by the other one, I'll show you in a second. This one's Scale Nurture. I like this card better if it had 1 power, but it has 0. There's better ramp options that we're going to take advantage of. So we're going to leave that one be for now. 6 mana 4/4 vanilla flyer. I'm less enthusiastic about. I want my cards to do something. If we come up like super short, like once we start playtesting, if we're super short on dragons, maybe we'll find room for these. But I don't think it's necessary now. Spark Tongue. This card seems good too. It's like it's expensive, but 3/3 flyer ETB Lightning Bolt something for 8 mana. It's not the worst, but I'm not enthusiastic. Young Red Dragon, we're definitely going to play. The Young Red is a card that I like in a lot of different contexts. We're also going to play Tiamat's Fanatics because it's a 4/3 haste a Myriad creature. And that's sick. And Skyclaw, 4 mana 3/2, gets a 1/1 counter for energy. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll do Skyclaw. Okay, so it puts us up to 12 dragons and a Dragonlord Servant. We'll put Spark Tongue in here just because, like, the base, like I said, a 5 mana 3/3 flyer is not the worst. And we're going to be ramping enough that I think we'll be able to activate that ability at some point. Lightning Shrieker, no, unfortunately. Might play Avenging Hunter to... I generally shy away from initiative stuff when I'm building decks. It's obviously very good, but it's just like another mini game that I'm not interested in tracking. It's more like a personal thing. But it's certainly good. Yeah, let's play Avenging Hunter. When you're talking about rate, this card definitely pulls it, and I'm not Avenging Druid. That card is good, but not what I'm looking for. Avenging Hunter. Yep. We're also going to look, I think, at some changelings, just to buffer our total, like affordable changelings. Green has some good ones. Well, if I'm playing something like Game Children, I might as well just play like Shardland Dragon or something. Probably Mask Vandal. It's a good piece of interaction. It's also a dragon. Gives us the 1 power we need. Yeah, I don't know if these are too compelling. Again, like if the creature count's super lacking, then we can come back to it. But this should be like a good foundation. And let's look at some ramp stuff. We got 2 mana rocks. I like spells. This is not a deck where we need to have a huge, enormous, like, raw creature count, because I don't think that our primary avenues of card advantage are going to come down to, like, or rather, like, lead the Stampede. I'm not sure we're going to have a creature count that is going to be leading into that super hard. We could play, I guess, thinking about it, our commanders are 5 mana. We're going to want to really hit, like, the 3-drop slot. So things like Cultivate, like 1 to 3 to 5 is kind of like the curve we're looking at. So we'll do Cultivate, we'll do Kodama, we'll do Wood Elves, we'll do Farhaven Elf, we'll do Rejuvenator, that's the one. Elfish Rejuve. This one flips 5 off the top. Spring Druid. I don't remember the name of this card. Spring Bloom. Okay, so these are all kind of like the same kind of card. I just kind of added them in a flurry, but they're all 3 mana 1/1s that enter and give you a land, basically. So what else? It fetches a forest directly to the battlefield. Notably important because we can use it with like the typed common duels. Farhaven gets you a basic. Rejuvenator flips 5 off the top. You get a land onto the battlefield tapped. Spring Bloom is like a Harrow. You sacrifice a land, get 2 basics, and like these are good. That's what, like 4 or 5 of them. I think Cultivate and Kodama's Reach are like pretty standard fare. I think everyone's familiar with these cards. We'll also play some Mana Dorks at the 1-drop slot. These I'm less high on because we'll be playing things like Breath Weapon and stuff. Or maybe we can do like Landors instead. I'm trying to decide like how important it is we just go like skip from 1 to 3 to 5. I don't think we need to, if I'm being honest. And obviously also like these are 3s as well. Maybe I should put some 1-drop stuff in here. There's 5 elves, Findhorn, Llanowar, Elves, Elvish Mystic, Boreal Druid. They're the Fab 5, as I like to call them, and Arbor Elf. If you're really desperate, you can also add in to Landors that are 1 mana, like Wild Growth. Wild Growth, please. And Utopia Sprawl. I build a lot of mono green decks, and I have these cards kind of memorized as like your foundational 1 mana ramp options. There's 7 of them total. So it's 5 mana dorks and then these 2 land enchantments. I think that's fine, right? You got 7 1s and then like the same amount of 3s. That seems fine. I don't think we need to like go super heavy. Maybe we should. Maybe we should add in some more. Let me think. We could do like Overgrowth. It's another good Landor. It basically adds 2 additional mana. It's kind of the highest rate on this effect that you'll find. That seems fine. Let's look at how this is dispersed here. So at 1 we've got 7. At 3 we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess that ramps us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's kind of, this is what we want to hit the most, is we definitely want to skip from 3 to 5. So 9 seems fine. Statistically, we're not like super unlikely to hit that. It's not bad. We'll probably like leave it here and then test a little bit and then shave stuff off to make more room. Speaking of lands, let's play like a 38 lander, because we're actually ramping into stuff. Okay, we're at 76. All right, so this is a good base here. As far as stuff that we can use to draw some extra cards, I think Thrill of Possibility is a really great template here. For kind of the reasons I was talking about before with the rummaging cards. it's a way for us to draw extra cards while getting value off of the thing that we're discarding. So with these dragons, like obviously, we can always do the baseline thrill of possibility thing, discard a card we don't want to draw to, right? Like the baseline of it is like very serviceable, especially because it's an instant. But we still get value off of these cards, and we can also add in like some stuff to like rebuy stuff out of our graveyard. Green is very good at that in this format. Returning permanents is something that they've been leaning into pretty heavily lately in the last few sets, so we're going to play a couple of those cards probably as well, since we are going to play some of these thrill effects here. So thrill is good. We'll play demand answers. This is one we can use like treasure, like spare treasures to pay for it. Highway, I can't remember the name of this card. Highway robbery, yeah. This one you plot. It's a sorcery, but you plot it. You can sacrifice a land to do it as well, which is not bad at all. Most of the time we're probably just going to discard a card to draw 2 more. And let's see. I'm kind of going fast and loose here. What am I missing? Additional cost discard. There's a lot of these now. Oh yeah, there's definitely plenty. Plenty of ones that I like, so no shortage. Unexpected Windfall and Big Score are 2 that are functionally similar. Big Score is a little bit better because it only costs 1 red pip, whereas Windfall is 2 red pips, but it's, discard a card, draw 2 cards, make 2 treasures. Sorry, I got itchy nose. It's because I'm old and I have like hair on my nose, it itches. Big Score. Unexpected. We'll probably play Pirate's Prize as well. That's like the sorcery version of this effect. Or Pirate's Pillage, sorry. Yeah, just a sorcery, discard 1, draw 2, make 2 treasures. Getting the rebate is going to be really important in setting up turns. And since we're ramping, I'll probably play Electric Revelation as well. Maybe I don't need to. Yeah, Electric Revelation is actually quite good, so we'll do that. Electric Revelation. Okay, so we got a lot of stuff here. We'll probably place a couple more things just to get some free triggers on this, like and the festivities. Let me think. No, probably want more creatures. Let's look at creatures that deal damage to each opponent. Each opponent. Oh, whoops, that's type 1. Damage each opponent. Oh, whoops. Creature. Like Stormcaller is one I can think of. We're not doing like the pinger thing. Like an ETB is enough, mostly just because those creatures are more aggressively statted. Remember Flamesmith, Creature Smasher. Nope. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, Stormcaller, 2 damage each opponent, 3 mana, 3/2, which is like a good body. I kind of did. So, Stirring Bard, I mean, if I'm playing Avenging Hunter, I should play Stirring Bard too. You talked me into it, Bill. Stirring Bard I don't really care as much about because it's a 0 power creature, and that's not going to pump our Skanos at all. I mean, it does like tap to give haste to menace, and it also... Oh goodness, I'm blurry now. Hello. Can you see me? I'm going to move out a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. But you know what? I'll play Stirring Bard just for you. Could be like Sunshine Militia. Let me see. Let's get some like bigger. Let me look at the changelings again. I want more. I think I want some more dragon stuff. Let's play the two colorless dragons, Ugin's whatever his face is, Sign of Ugin, and Chardalyn dragon. Because these are reasonable to cast with how much ramp we're packing. And we'll also play one of the changelings, the 4/4 trampling changeling, Game Trail. 4/4 trampler for 5. We're also going to play some trample stuff because this guy does not trample naturally. So we're going to play Rancor and Talons of Wildwood. This is a card that I think does not get much attention because Rancor exists, even though I think this card is better in most green decks. The reason I say that, so this card is a 2-mana aura, gives a creature 1/1 and trample, and then you can pay 3 mana to bounce it from your graveyard to your hand. So you can reuse it just like you would Rancor. It's more mana intensive, obviously. It's not as powerful on rate. However, one really good way that green has to generate card advantage is by self-milling. And you can self-mill this card and still have access to it, and you cannot do that with Rancor. Maybe I just live in a world where I'm building so many more decks that self-mill with mono green than most people are, but I mean, in so doing, you understand that this card is actually quite good, and it's a really great piece of redundancy for that. We can also play Cetessan Training, because this one cantrips. Gives 1/0 and trample. This card's fine. Let's look at cards that let's find ways to give our thing trample. Those 3 auras are a good way to start, but I want to find some more ways. Not necessarily instants and sorceries, although I do like instants and sorceries for doing this. We can play, yeah, like big guys like Humbler of Mortals, or even the creatures that passively do it. I mean, this card's like better on rate than what I'm thinking of. Nylea's Forerunner, I think is the name of the card. We can play some of this stuff too, like Oliphant. That's a great one, actually. Let's put an Oliphant here. Oliphant. Are there any land cyclers that I really need? Land cyclers are good, but I don't, this is not a deck where I need to jam every single land cycler. Oh, you know what we should do is we should play Mastodon. This creature's about 5 or greater trample until end of turn. So that's, this or any of our other dragons if we're able to, our biggest dragons at least. But it saves our other abilities for other things if we can just like devote a Mastodon to our commander. Burning Tree Bloodscale. What is Burning Tree Bloodscale? I think I know, but this is not a dragon. This is just a gruel thing. I mean, it's cool. Are Vishino's dragons now? Probably not, right? Kind of like the idea of a Shot Duo. Oh, we should play Soulbright Flamekin. That card's sick. Or Spectral Hunt Caller is great too, because this is something we can dump our mana into. Actually, let's cut the Mastodon. We'll play Spectral Hunt Caller. We'll play Temur Battle Rage, because this card is sick. Oh, Wild Hunger, hell yeah. We're gonna play Wild Hunger. Got 93 cards. Let's get a little bit more removal. We'll play like Fall of the Hammer. Actually, we don't really need to do Fall. We'll do Ram Through. We don't need to do Fall of the Hammer because it's the same thing as like, Cosmic Hunger and all that stuff. So we've got what for removal? We've got these Sweeper cards. Got Birth Weapon, we got whatever's called Cannonade, and we've got Dragon's Roar Draconic, or Dragonspire Draconic Roar, Ram Through. Not really much else as far as like removal. So we can do I think the bite stuff is obviously like the best, but what are some good bites? Ram Through is the best one because it gives you extra benefit of trample. The other ones are all just kind of functionally the same. So let's just do a bite down because it's in Foundations, and I like that set. Also Jumpstart, just deals damage equal its power to a creature or planeswalker. We can do Gravitic Punch. I feel like I bring up Gravitic Punch all the time now. We can fling Soulsfire, like the 3. So this way, when we make big dragons, if we just very modestly make this an 8/8 when it attacks, we can fling it for an extra 8. We can Soulsfire 8 damage to something, even a player. We can Gravitic Punch somebody to death for 8 damage for 4 mana and then Jumpstart it. So those cards are good. And let's round it out with Sky Shroud Claim. More ramp. And Sky Shroud Claim is pretty good. Alright, so we kind of just blazed through it. We've got an even 100 here. What do we got? 31 creatures. This is like a decent spread of kind of like all the bits and pieces that we want. So let's get some lands. Lands are actually going to matter here. That's an interesting thought. It also works with Flame Rift, an old favorite. You know what we're going to do is we're going to cut this Citizen Training and we're going to put it into Flame Rift. Just for fun. Okay, red, green, type, land, common. All right, let's see what we got. We're not like absolutely beholden to ramping 1 to 3 to 5. 3 to 5 is most important, so we can definitely afford to play like a fair amount of tap lands. We're not looking to cast spells on turn 1 all the time. So we're gonna do Bleeding Woods, Bristling Blackwood. These ones are fine. Bleeding Woods, Bristling Backwoods. Cave of Temptation, those are interesting. Command Tower. Not getting cute with these like cycling lands. Don't really care about that. Play Cruel Turf. No turfs on Cruel Turf. Okay, we'll do Opal Palace, Path of Ancestry, Study Hall. I also need to find room for 2 other cards that I just remembered. I'll have to get to that in a second. Racer's Ring. I like these Capenna lands, honestly. Like, look, it is pricey to pay 4 mana and sacrifice a draw card, but it's a dual land, and you take what you can get. I kind of like them. We don't need a bridge. We're not like hard up for duels. We have plenty. We're gonna play the typed ones as soon as I can find them. Wooded Ridgeline. I forget the name of the other one, but I'll find it. I obviously skipped over it in my haste to get down to this point. So that was on another page, huh? I'm just not too smart. Highland Forest, there we go. Okay. We're just gonna cut some land. So what's my split? 452, 45. So we'll cut 5. Oh, I said 38 land, so we'll cut 6 forests. 2, 3, 4. Okay. That should be appropriate. Okay. And then let's just take it in and we'll see what our spread looks like. We may need to add in some more things. But all right, we're just gonna mix it up with her, and then we'll play test. All right, so we got 3 business spells. We got some lands. This is perfectly acceptable. Reckless Barbarian's gonna kind of do the thing here. All right, so turn 1. Let's see. We're just gonna start on this path of ancestry. Get that out of the way. You're gonna cast Reckless Barbarian. Notably, this was Scry. That's not the worst. Let's keep this on top. Top, yeah. Next turn we'll draw that. We can just set up, just cast, play the Cruel Turf, or bounce that land, and we'll attack, whatever. And then turn 4 we can do, oh, that's nice. So now we're in a position where we're just kind of like, you know, continually setting up because we keep drawing into the stuff that's cool. 1, 2, 3, you're gonna play the Orb. And now, when we untap, on turn 5, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast Skanos. There we go. And now we're set up next turn for Dragon Cultist. This liner with the counter from the Orb. It's a 5/5, and it has hexproof till next turn, so we're definitely going to tap with it. And then what we can do on end step is do this, cast this. We'll discard the Scion of Ugin. Now we get to do the 4/4 stuff. We'll untap. It's pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna play. Yeah, just play this tap land. All right, so now what we get to do is we get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dragon Cultist. Attack gets +4/+4 from this. So I have a 9/9. Great. They block, deal 9 damage. Notably, this doesn't necessarily need to do combat damage to a player. It's just a source that dealt 5 or more damage this turn. So we've dealt 9 damage with this. So we're gonna make a token. Boom. Next turn. Next. So now this is where we start to get out of control, because not only are we gonna like start ramping like crazy, we can play this. We have the Orb, so we can even go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we can hold this till next turn and ramp this turn with this, because next turn we'll be able to cast this and also do like the ability to deal 3, and we'll also make another dragon. So we'll, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get some lands. We'll get 2 duels here, wherever they are. Highland Forest. Wooded. Where's the ridge line? Somebody help. There we go. 2 forests. Intertapped. We'll attack, do the dragon thing again, make another token. We can even like, this is the one that scales, so we can do 9 to something on our turn or 5 to something on someone else's turn. Just say that we do that for the sake of the argument. Then we untap, and we have a Flame Rift. Okay, so now what we can do is we can go land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cast this. 1, 2, 3. We'll lightning bolt something. This enters with a counter. We do the thing. We make another token on end step. Yeah. So now we're just like making dragons every turn. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm on board with that. Let's take it back. Oh, hello. Let's start over. So we got some ramp, we got some card draw, we got a spell to force through our guy, but we don't have a dragon, which is fine. It just means that we'll need to use this Wild Hunger most likely to trigger our commander on Dragon Cultist. But we'll start with the tap lands and just get those out of the way. 1, 2, I have to draw for turn. That helps a lot. Okay. So we can just keep doing this, and then we'll play the Fyndhorn Elves. That's great. So we've got 4 mana here. Depending on what the board looks like, we can just like attack with this elf or whatever, but we're gonna cast Skanos Dragonheart for sure. We're gonna get a mountain to the battlefield and a forest to our hand. Alright, we're just ramping. Just ramp, 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 ramp. Alright, so now we have 6 mana now with this out, so we're gonna cast Skanos. That seems fine. Turn 4 Skanos, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Ugh, look at this Doctor Who command tower. Oh, yeah. We're going to play that as a land for turn. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going to cast Dragon Cultist, and then what we can do is we have enough mana to put Talons on our commander, so he's a 5/5 Trampler. We attack, we get the trigger, we get a dragon. Next turn. We 1, 2, 3, got 7. That's 7's up to do both of these, so we don't really need to play an untapped source this turn. We can just play that. Because now what we can do is we can go attack, and let's say, oh no, they remove our commander. Oh no, everybody. How can this be? We can go 1, 2, 3. Oh, it doesn't matter. They remove our commander. We do a 4, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We just recast, and we're back. And we're back. That's for sake. Look, I'm doing goldfishing. I can leave my commander alive forever if I want to. I'm under no pressure to remove him. I just did that to show good faith. So now we're back here. What else is good? What else is good? Because it land enters untapped, so you get a little, again, like a little rebate there. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. We'll cast this. We'll get a forest. And we've got, oh, this goes on the battlefield. I'll just put that there. We've got 23, 7 mana, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. We can do this Pirate's Pillage, discard that. We'll make 2 treasures. I'll draw 2. Okay. I need to. We've got enough mana to do that, so we'll just go to combat. This gets +4/+4 from this dragon, and then, you know, post-combat we can Gravitic Punch and, like, take 8. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of a treasure. End of turn, make a dragon. Seems good to me. Then we untap. Oh, look at all these cards we can draw. This is sick. Look at all this mana we have. We still have Wild Hunger too, so we can just like force through these dragons. We can force through this one. What we can do is we can just like rebuy our Talons. Put the Talons on our commander. Can attack. Gets +4, 8, 9, 9. Whoops, hello. 9, 9. This is important. I'm going to demonstrate this. We go 1, 2, 3. We cast Wild Hunger. I'm going to go +3/+1. So 12, 10. One, 2, 3, 4. Let's jumpstart this Gravitic Punch. Take 12. If you haven't been killed by a Gravitic Punch, just so you're aware what this card does, it's exactly what you think it is. you punch them. This card is sick. It's one of the coolest ways to kill people in this format, and Skanos is like a really great person to do that. All right, cool. So let's go back here. Didn't see like a ton of dragon stuff. I mean, obviously, like we can get, once we trigger Skanos once, it's kind of online. But, oh, I know what I wanted to do. I want to get in, like, I mean, maybe we don't. I was thinking, like, Revive the Shire or Walk with the, we'll do Walk with the Ancestors. That's a good one, like, as a one-of. I mean, they're all one-ofs, but I mean, like, with this effect. Because this one's really sweet. It's 5 mana. You get to return a permanent from your graveyard to your hand, which is, like, a really great effect to have anyway. Especially with like a lot of things that we have to discard creatures, we can just rebuy them. It also lets us discover 4, which is really cool. I really like cards that do this, and I think we will put in one more Pulse of Marasa. I like Pulse of Marasa a lot. Because this can rebuy lands as well as creatures, like creature land. This is before they had the templating, which is like, you know, return a permanent. It was this one gets a creature or land, you gain 6 life. That's kind of big game too. So we'll add those in, and we'll cut a couple things. We'll cut, I like this Wild Hunter, but we'll cut like, I'll cut the Flame Rift. This is just being cute, and we have Gravitic Punch, so we don't need it. And makes work by Temper Weapon. Maybe Highway Robbery. Yeah, this seems okay. I'm happy with this. Got a nice little $20 decory do down here. All right, last bit. We got 15 minutes. Let's do one of my favorite things, and then we'll do another goldfish, assuming we have time. Mana value, view style, visual spoiler. I'll just sort by mana value, group by type. Okay. We're gonna set some printings. So what we'll do is, oh, not that one. Switch printing. Let's do, I really like this art for this card. So we're gonna do that one. I don't think there's any alternatives for this except just like the etched foil. So we're not gonna do that. Let's just do that. Okay, and then let's see, Arbor Elf. We want the Zendik or Worldwake printing. I have to make sure all the printings are good here. World Druid, Elvish Mystic has a better one. Ooh, you know what? We'll do the remastered retro frame. That's a cool one. And then Finned Horn. Whiteboard Deck Masters is the only way to go there. Then we're also, there's a lot of really great ones. I kind of want to choose this this one here, the Jesper Icing one. Because look at him. Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay, Dragon Hatchling. What do we got? I think it's all that art, but we'll do the OG M13. Dragonlord Servant. Was this originally an uncommon dragons? It was, wasn't it? Tarkir Dragon Fury. I don't know what that is, but I like this art better. We're gonna go with that one. There's a really cool one from Jumpstart for Rejuvenator. I like that art. I'm not like an anime fan, but there's other things about this art that I like quite a bit. Farhaven Elf. I want to say there is a Summit printing, not whiteboarded, which is unfortunate. We might just go OG Shadowmoor. Tales of Middle-earth Commander is a pretty good looking one. We'll do that one. In fact, what we'll do is we're actually going to just do a bunch of that. The Tales of Middle-earth elves are pretty sweet, actually. So we're going to drift closer towards those, I think. Okay, anyway, Spring Bloom Druid. I think we just have the one. Yeah, there's some Modern Horizons. We already got Wood Elves. Perfect. Furnace Whelp. What are we looking at here? Oh yeah, it's from Fifth Dawn. Okay, I like this art actually. Look at this guy. Look at that guy. Alright, these ones are all pretty self-explanatory. Don't have really any alternatives. I don't like, we'll do the foundations. I don't like the double masters set symbol. PU, if you ask me. Alright, Oliphant. I don't really like that one, which is the standard Middle-earth printing. Scion of Eugene. We'll do Dragons of Tarkir. And then these two have one, okay. Cultivate. This is another one that's had a lot of printings. Lots to choose from. I do like the one from Lost Caverns. All the Lost Caverns specific like commander art is really, really cool and really, really vibrant. I'm a big fan of that stuff. Kodama's Reach, the John Avon one, I like. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Pirate's Pillage, just Double Masters, we'll keep it that one the way it is. The Commander Master Sky Shroud Claim is pretty. Alright, Bite Down, Demand Ants. Oh, not foil. Absolutely not foil. I don't play with foils. I like the art on the original one better than the one I will showcase, that's for sure. Conic Roar, Fling. This is a travesty. Where's the good one? This is a close second. This goblin from Throne of Eldraine, close second. Not a fan of the Amonkhet one. Do the Plane Chase because we get that cool modern border with the OG Paulo Parente art. Ramp through, Battle Rage. We'll keep these. These are fine. Actually, we'll do a little upkeep on these. We'll do the retro one for Time Spiring Master for Team or Battle Rage. Thrill has some great art. Ooh, what is this? Is this a Karlach one? We'll do the Karlach one. That's sick. Look at that. Okay, Karlach is sick. Karlach is just a dope character in general, so we're going to honor Karlach with Thrill possibility here. It's random, stupid. Okay, Instret double feature. There we go. Now that's a card. Pulse of Mirage, Sissel's Fire. I'm not gonna use Commander Masters here. This is OG Shards. I like the. I gotta say, I do like the retro Wild Hunger. This card's like kind of insane at common. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like it has only ever existed at uncommon after its original printing, but this card's pretty sick. It sucks that you can only play it in Gruul decks because I don't like Gruul decks, but I love this card. Okay, big scoring spin windfall. These are fine. I want to get off the list though. Oh, what's this? Oh, a gun. That's cool. Nope, we'll just do an AF4. All right, Rancor. We obviously cannot go with that one. We have to use wherever it is. Legacy. Utopia Sprawl. We'll just. There's a retro one. We'll use that. Same thing with Wild Growth. Retro Wild Growth from Dom Mew is sick. Switch this one to just the core set. I don't like those Planeswalker symbols at the bottom of my cards. Overgrowth. We'll just do the OG Stronghold Overgrowth. There we go. Look at that. Look at that guy. All right, we want to get off of this. Get this command tower out of here. Where's the? We'll just use the Baldur's Gate one. Keep it on brand. We'll do split printings. No, we're not splitting the printings. Good lord. We'll just do Baldur's Gate basics. I think that's fair. Ooh, I like this one. That one's cool. Google Turf. Now, where's my Ravnica? Guild pack. There we are. All right, mountains. Baldur's Gate. Select that one. Yeah, that's cool. All right, this palette is good. We'll do the extended. No, we'll just do the OG, Commander 2013. Path of Ancestry. There's been a couple extra printings of this. Nope, no Doctor Who. We'll do this one. I like this version a lot. And Racer's Ring, Study Hall, and Ridgeline. Okay, we're just going to do Dom United. Thank you. All right, that should be it. It's 7:53. I think we got time to go right back on in and play test. These hands all kind of suck. All I need is lands and spells. All right, what do we got here? We got lands. We got a Utopia Sprawl. Got a Servant. This is functional. Yeah, we can do this. All right, so draw. We'll do Forest, Utopia Sprawl, not Forest on turn 1. Naming red. I'll play this mountain. We got 3 mana. Let's just cast this guy. Make a treasure. We'll move our lands down a little bit here. We got our treasure token. Next turn, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. We'll attack with this. You know, let's say they don't block it. Bummer. Play Dragon Lord Servant. So now next turn we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can cast our commander. That seems fine. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and cast Skanos here. So now what we can do, we're just going to cast Demand Answers. We're going to discard this Dreadlin Orm, and we're going to draw 2. We got land, which is good. And we're just going to, ooh, you know what I kind of like is setting up a breath weapon to get a treasure off this. So we'll just go to combat. We'll give this +7/+7. Just, you know. And now we can, yeah, 7/7, and we can have removal spell up. Or 11, whatever. Oh, this is going to be sick. Watch this. 11/11, right? Because he gets +7/+7 from this. And we play this Ambitious Dragonborn. 1, 2. Actually, it'll cost 3 mana. Let's keep this on top. This comes in with 11 counters. Whoops. 11. 11. Sick. So now this is they're just going to feed off each other. Next turn. So like as soon as we draw like any of our fling stuff, this thing is going to dome like one-shot somebody. All right, so we got 4 mana. We have an 11/11 and a 4/4. It's going to make him a 15/15. No way to give him trample right now, which is unfortunate. But what we can do is just clear all the jump blockers. Let's just breath weapon, because I can't deploy this yet. And we'll do a bunch of damage. Next turn we have forest, so now we can do this and start making more dragons. All right. Yeah, we're just like crushing, and then we're just drawing into like other stuff. This is fine. This deck is functional. This hand is sick. We've got a dragon. We've got a ramp spell. We've got a beat you to death spell. 7. Okay, first turn. We're not ramping. Or we're not like in a race here to curve out. Next turn we'll do. It's kind of awkward with Cruel Turf just because we look on 3, we want to hit reach, and I don't want to have to bounce this back to my hand. Which is fine, whatever. Next turn, forest, we're going to reach. We're going to get mountain and forest. Cool. Now turn 4, we play our forest, and we're on the board. Seems fine. Seems fine. Next turn. Look at all this land we have too. Tracts of land. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This. Just have that. Okay. So a couple of things we can do. We can set up, like, get out Dragon Cultist now, though we won't be able to trigger it, or we can just like develop a board. So we can send this on an adventure, make a treasure. We can cast Dragon Hatchling. And then next turn, we can do this. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Cast Dragon Cultist. And now what we can do is we can just like go 1, give this, +1 power, give him +1/+1 attack, deal 5, get a dragon. Seems fine. One, 2, 3, 4. We'll cast this. Discard the druid. Don't need that anymore. We'll make draw 2 cards. We'll make 2 treasures. We can punch for 8 this turn, or we can like attack, 8/8. Then we can pump this by 7, or we can pump this by 7 and give this +7/+7. Or we can pump this by 3. No, it would have to be more than that. But and we'll make another dragon. Yeah, this works really well. We still have this we can cast too. What else in my graveyard? Pirate's Pillage, Kadam's Reach, and Border Druid. Okay. So walk with the ancestors for when we need it. Like if they kill our commander, we can just like send them to the yard, cast this, get them back, discover 3. Oh boy, there's heaters off the top. Where's my 3 mana cost spell? Oh, good lord. Do I even have any? Are they even here? Oh, there we go. Let's Wild Hunger something. Send that to the yard. Yeah, this is great. And 7:59, so it's time to wrap up anyway. All right, everybody. We landed in a great place. I'm happy with this. I'm happy. We did the thing. We made a giant Skanos Dragonheart. And this deck's actually kind of fun to play. So I definitely recommend Take It All for a Spin. It's going to be on Mox Field along with all the other decks that I've built on stream. So you can reference all those. We'll see you all back here next week. Same time, same place, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. CST. YouTube.com/@PDHRC. And we'll build another PDH deck from scratch, do some playtesting. Obviously, the last thing to keep in mind, in the description box with all the links, there's links to the Trevor Project and Trans Lifeline. Please donate your hard-earned American dollars to those organizations, as trans rights are under just constant attack. So that's the hour. Lovely seeing you all here, and we'll do it again next week. Thanks all for joining me. Bye-bye now.